One may wonder, the execution of a failed suicide bomber, what significance, if any, is that? Will this mean that she somehow carried out her mission because she was a suicide bomber in the first place?
Well, no, I don't think so, Don. I mean, her husband was the one that, you know, they attacked the Radisson Hotel in Jordan and killed all those folks during the wedding party. So this is, you know, it did not go off. This is justification for the Jordanians. And again, like I said a minute ago, we've got to just sit back and let the Jordanians do what they feel they need to do and allow King Abdullah to lead his people on this next generation of, you know, of the aspects against ISIS.
This comes really on the same day, not of the execution, but of the video coming out from the Jordanian pilot, Lieutenant Colonel Rick Francona. It's the significance of that, this happening in succession.
Well, I think that this is a reaction. The king had to do something. They had threatened to do this. They've carried out that threat. Now we have to see what's going to happen next. The king now, I believe, has a mandate. The tribes are now on his side. There was some talk in Jordan. There were demonstrations about, is this really our battle? I think that that is past. The king now is on solid ground, and he's going to start taking increased military action. I think we're going to see increased Jordanian participation in the coalition. What we don't want to see is independent Jordanian operations. We want them to do this in conjunction with the coalition so that it can be done forcefully and effectively, and we can have the desired impact on ISIS. But I think everybody welcomes increased Jordanian cooperation, possibly even Jordanian special operations, who, by the way, are an excellent military force.
And it should not be given short shrift that they also executed a top aide to Zarqawi, Lieutenant Colonel Reese.
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, remember, Zarqawi, if you run this lineage all the way back, Zarqawi is really the founding father of what ISIS is. You know, Baghdadi, the leader of ISIS right now, was one of Zarqawi's top lieutenants that we captured back in '04. We put him in prison and was set out on a prisoner swap and exchange by the Iraqis. But Don, here's one of the other big things we really have to watch here. This is an opportunity for the Arab nations to really pull this Arab aspect together, because the other thing we're not talking about here is what is the policy about Syria? What are we going to do about Syria? Because the senior leadership of ISIS and where these executions are taking place are happening in Syria, and we just continue to float out there in an ether net about what we're going to do about Syria. Nothing hard is being discussed.
Yeah. Hey, can we talk about the timing of all of this? What about the timing of, you know, Jordan believes that the murder happened a month ago, on January 3rd. ISIS revealed the news during King Abdullah's visit here to D.C. on February 3rd. Is that deliberate, Colonel Reese?
Yeah, well, you know, in Islam, numerology is very important in Islam. And if you look at, you know, right now, if you look at the 3rd of January, by the way it looks that we understand is that's 10 days after his shoot down and capture. And so if you look at what numerology does, and there's a lot of folks that study the numerology of Islam, what 9/11 was based off of, the number 3, what that's based off of, there are a lot of things that, and throughout history, and since this 9/11 aspect for us, the numerology of how Islam and, you know, how the extremist piece of this attacks and how they do these things is based off this numerology, which is something, if we look at it from a research aspect,